mechanic. Now you're always on call. You need your tires rotated or an overhaul. Be there in my tow truck, get you rolling right. The headlights them getting dim, I'll work them all night. Lady, get your flat, run over a bump. She asked you to fix my tire in the air in your pump. Well, I take out my pump, but I leave the patch at the shop. So I put my mouth on the hole and blow she tire up. I'm the bush mechanic, just call me, I'll be right on it. No bother you, fret, no panic, just call on the bush mechanic. They call me the bush mechanic, just page me, I'll be right on it. Just on the engine bandit, just call on the bush mechanic. One day I get a call for a tow truck. Lady says she needs someone to come high she up. But when I hook up she bumper, it started to tear. So I gonna she back way and hook up onto she rear. I get a call from this man to check inside the white hood. I lift it up and I said, sir, I see your problem ain't good. Cause if you look a little closer and check out she gears, you see she ain't had proper service for a couple of years. I'm the bush mechanic, just call me, I'll be right on it. No bother you, fret, no panic, just call on the bush mechanic. They call me the bush mechanic, just page me, I'll be right on it. They call me the engine bandit, oh, I'm the bush mechanic. Oh, oh yes, what? Ding, 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 ding. Ain't got no brakes. I ride it while I test it out. My goodness sakes, the brakes more than perfect. The pocket still got fight. I just think your legs ain't long enough to wake you just right. So I went a cheap brake box with my tool belt and a light. I took a deep breath, man, I went in. Woo! This can take all night. Click, clang, quick, boom, bang. It's all you could hear. Cause once where there was a club before, now everything is clear. What? I'm the bush mechanic, just call me, I'll be right on it. No bother you, fret, no panic, just call on the bush mechanic. They call me the bush mechanic, oh, just page me, I'll be right on it. They call me the real Jim Dandy, just call on the bush mechanic. Oh, Lil Bobby went off to study, he took a 2-year course. Come back to Nassau, bragging, say, he gonna be my boss. When he ran on the first job, this woman can't lose in fuel. He lift up the hood, he start to shake, didn't know where the body tool. She said, boy, you ain't know what you doing, don't touch my car no more. It seems like you got the theory, but you never touched an engine before. Well, I stopped, she then we took our walk by the fence. I said, boy, you may have the papers, but learn how to use your wrench. What? I'm the bush mechanic. Oh, just call me, I'll be right on it. No bother you, fret, no panic, just call on the bush mechanic. Oh, they call me the bush mechanic. Baby, I'll be right on it. Oh, yes, I'm the engine bandit, just call on the bush mechanic. Bush mechanic, bush mechanic, bush mechanic, bush mechanic. Bush mechanic, bush mechanic, bush mechanic, bush mechanic. They call me the bush mechanic. Oh, they place me, I'll be right on it. Yes, I'm the. Oh, they call on me bush mechanic. Yes, they call me the bush mechanic. Just bring me, I'll be right on it. Oh, they call me the real Jim Dandy. Oh, yes, I'm the bush mechanic. Yeah, they call me the bush mechanic. Oh,
Sneaking round the place, staying out late with them Watergate. But times have changed, and him a star. No more idiot, him now patriot. Sing it from the rooftop, sing it from the steeple. The ministry gon' legalize people to people. He does take she home to meet the wife. No more heartache, let me tell you, no more strife. When she complain, hear his refrain. I know she ain't no beauty, honey, I just doing my duty. Sing it from the rooftop, sing it from the steeple. The ministry gon' legalize people to people. Now this man, like he gone wild, he chasing them woman like they going out of style. He was bad before, but now he worse. This man so brazen, he even take them to church. Amen. Sing it from the rooftop, sing it from the steeple. The ministry gon' legalize people to people. Sing it from the rooftop, sing it from the steeple. The ministry gon' legalize people to people. The wife get tired of this brute. She say I gon' fix him cause I know he think he cute. When he ask she, who that strange man? She say people to people, I sure you understand. Sing it from the rooftop, sing it from the steeple. The ministry gon' legalize people to people. Sing it from the rooftop, sing it from the steeple. The ministry gon' legalize people to people. Sing it from the rooftop, sing it from the steeple. The ministry gon' legalize people to people. Sing it from the rooftop, sing it from the...
Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Watch that! Come on! Sting! Oh, you ain't know what I say. Come on! Back again! Yes! Wife and husband start to row, as many does do. Husband say, woman, where my food? Wife say, who you talking to? Husband start to raise his hand, but the wife ain't move. Husband say, get out of my way. Wife say, hey, you don't know me, eh? Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around, we'll keep your wing. Boy, you're messing with the sting. Oh, this is mine. Come on. Loon attitude. Yeah, be rude. What? Coming to you. Oh. Watch this. This man went down to BEC as bad as hell. Yeah, they cut off his light cause he paid the bill. He said, my brother got big posts. Yeah, we bad out there. You must see one lose his job. Oh, you don't know me, eh? Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Oh, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, you're messing with the sting. Come on. Yes, man. Come on. Get it. Get it. Oh, yeah. Women walk into a store, you know they like to shop. They spot one designer gown, they start to pull and yuck. Yeah, so you better let go, better walk away. Don't make me go crazy up in here. Girl, you don't know me, eh? Oh, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Oh, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, you're messing with this thing. The Yeah, don't be mad at us, you know. Hey, but you ain't know easy. You best to know. Head man, let's go, man. Listen, the boys them at the bar, they say it the most. But when they white come around, you swear they see ghosts. As soon as she drive away, the first thing they say, see, I just run my house, my boy. Oh, you don't know me, eh? Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, you're messing with this thing. Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Oh, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, you Russian gets this thing, come on! Oh, that's so! That's it, that's it! Come on! Yes, man! Go, go! Come on, let's go! Watch this! Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Oh, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, this a behaving thing. Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, you're messing with this thing. Oh, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Oh, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, your Russian gets the sting. Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. Come on. Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, you're messing with this thing. Oh! Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around and run your mouth. Check yourself, don't misbehave. No! Boy, you don't know me, eh? You don't know who I is. Fool around, we clip your wing. Boy, your Russian gets the sting.
Your boom pineapple wine, your $1.50 all the time. Your boom pineapple wine, your $1.50 all the time. Turn around and let me see. Turn around and let me see your boom pineapple wine, your $1.50 all the time. Turn around and let me see. Turn around and let me see your boom pineapple wine, your $1.50 all the time.
I got a new dance, hot like pepper pot. From the old to the young, gonna make your body rock. It's really easy, easy peasy. You can do it anywhere. Jump around like you don't care. Sing it.
Turn around and let me see. Turn around and let me see your boom pineapple wine, your $1.50 all the time. Turn around and let me see. Turn around and let me see your boom pineapple wine, your $1.50 all the time.
A young man broke his leg, old granny broke her back, and Jimmy got a migraine from a falling coconut. The doctor was confused, he has the solution. A bottle of the apple wine was his prescription. He cured the broke leg, he cured the bad back, he cured the migraine, he even cured the heart attack. The people started jumping cause they was feeling fine. The sweetest was the boom pipe.
I have a dream where the powerful and the powerless will sit at the same table, where the haves will see the have-nots, not as burdens, but as brothers, where class will not divide us, but conviction will unite us. I have a dream that the oligarchs will remember we must all eat, that the brown-faced neo-colonialists will remember who they are and whose they are. I have a dream that fraternities will build beyond internal architecture into a national bond, that the walls of design will give way to the bridges of brotherhood, not a fraternity of symbol, but a brotherhood of substance. I have a dream that we remain focused, that we stay in our conviction and remain fearless, that we double down, fortified, to return this Bahamaland to the foundation.
Boom! Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live and in full effect. It is a beautiful, grateful to be in your company Friday. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what happened. I can tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you, right? I starched the hell of this shirt this morning, right? So, yeah, just put a tropical vibe, right? So I starched my shirt up this morning, and what happened is that I came out in the rain. And this is that kind of a fabric that I couldn't come on a people place looking wrinkle up. So I had to go iron it again. Please forgive me. But it's a beautiful day, guys. I'm in your company, being able to jam with you. I was right here the whole time, just ironing, just trying to hurry up as I was getting told about this wonderful story. My producer was telling me about this young lady who started off her rant the other day online. I didn't see it, right? I didn't see it because first and foremost, it's laid with too much. It's lathered with cussing. Like, it's too much. I can't ingest that, right? So I listened to it, and he telling me, right? And she blamed everybody. She blamed the prime minister. She blamed Haitians. She blamed everybody for losing her job. Man, this is crazy stuff. What's going on here? You lose your job, everybody is the fault, is to blame. This is too much. We gotta figure this out. So anyway, guys, we're going to be able to talk today. It's a beautiful day. Grateful to be in your company. I want you guys to be able to join in conversation. The line's going to be wide open today. I don't know what you want to talk about. I don't know some of the things that you have on your mind. The first edition for the paper is going to be out. We have solidified it. We put it together and looked at it. Structured it off, send it off, because, you can't print it here. Praise God. I mean, you could print it here, but, you want to take that kind of a risk? I'm not prepared to. So we sent the paper off to the States and get the thing printed and whatnot. And, man, it look good. Woo! Man, that look good. Woo! That look good. And I'm grateful, man. I am grateful. I mean, if everybody could be able to get fired, I think the country would be better. If everybody could get fired, Jesus, I think we would be in a better position. Yeah, because, sometimes a lot of us are stuck in this kind of this quagmire, this place where we're not productive. We're not being able to make anything happen. We're sitting in this kind of a space waiting for something to happen for us. If everybody could get fired, if everybody could get threatened to move from the space of comfort and contentment and propelled to their purpose. I got to tell you some stories, man, because the truth is that when this thing started to happen, all right, so this wasn't the first time to the rodeo for me. And so I moved from Grand Bahama, got fired in Grand Bahama. Let me just shoot straight with you. I got fired in Grand Bahama from the Aldecallo Hotel, right? I told you it wasn't any fault of mine. It's crazy that if I say this to you, it sounds like one of those people. Well, I didn't do anything. It wasn't any fault of mine. All right. So, fired from Grand Bahama. I cried for must have been 3 months. I get up. I said, well, I can't cry no more. Ain't nothing happening. I felt like David, right, who was praying for his son not to die. And his son died. And he got up and he cleaned off and he worshiped God. And he said, prepare me some food. He wasn't eating the entire time. So I felt after 3 months, Jesus Christ didn't show up and knock on the door. Howard, you rang? No, none of that happened. So I had to get up and work. I cut grass. I do all these things, right? To work. And as soon as I say, okay, God, landscaper, I didn't know that's what you want me to be. This is where you would find me. Honest to God. If I tell you this story, you think I'm lying to you. It's a Friday, guys. Call me in conversation. Join me in conversation. 323. I'm sorry, 323. Jesus, trying to make you call other people. 827-0111. 827-0111. Hit me up on this particular line and let's be able to talk, right? So I'm going to talk with you just a bit today so we can be able to find out exactly where we are, right? So this is what happened. Cry. Oh, my God, I cried. Like a sissy. I was crying for 3 months. Every day I wake up with my eye wet. Couldn't understand. Jesus, what happened? Right? My wife was like, oh, God. And we just had our first son. Our first child, a boy, Destin, right? And I didn't know what to do. I had just spent so much money and kind of decorating this place for my wife and I to live. Just buy a new bed, new couch, because I was making some money. New bed, new couch, new this, new that. I spent some money, boy, right? Buy air condition. This is way back. This is about 20 years ago, right? My son's 20 years old, almost 20. So I say, oh, Lord, what did you do? Jesus, I don't know what I can do. All right? Get up, cut grass, open up a landscaping company. The government came out at the time with a Fresh Start program. You remember the Fresh Start program, right? It was a Jump Start program and a Fresh Start program. I don't know which one was first, but whichever one was first, we had applied for it. And it gave up to a $5,000 grant, right? And when I found out about it, because my mother had just got in, right? Lost my job in 2006. Mother just got in, started to be able to do some things, try to figure out exactly what's what, right? This was by the end of 2006, 2007, when she had got in 2007. I was focused on being able to work with her. Thought something was going to happen for me in terms of her putting me in a position. That didn't happen. And so I had to find something for myself. And gone out there, bam, work, did some things. And, she didn't help. Not that she couldn't help. She didn't help. I don't know why. She was kind of, I don't want people to say that this is nepotism. I said, mommy, people can say it's nepotism anyhow. The hell, who cares when they say, let's go, right? So let's go. I got to feed the children, right? I got to feed my son. So time passed and it didn't happen. So I got into it. Fresh Start program came out. Great opportunity. I applied independently. I showed my cousins how to do it. I had all my cousins apply. I had my brother apply. We did everybody. We applied. We structured ourselves. Some got cameras. Some got machines. The concept was we would have collaborated on these things. It never happened. We would have collaborated and started a small business among ourselves and kind of move forward with that. It never happened, right? It could have happened, but it didn't happen the way that it should have happened, right? And boom. I was just working in the field, right? I got some contracts. I got some flyers made. I went out, drive up and down in Freeport. People would hire me just to look at me and say, that's Rene Grandson? Jeez, let's look at Rene Grandson cutting grass. And then they would hire me to kind of look at and kind of gawk at me and say, oh my God, he cutting grass, right? Now, we come from a big yard, right? Like my father's property. The house that we live on is about, I don't know, 1.5 acres, 2 acres, right? And just pure grass. I've been cutting grass from as a child. You think I remember all this? I enjoy this, all right? All right, so I bring in some money home. As soon as I put $1,000, my father-in-law gave me his SD. It was SD, his S10 truck. I got the S10 truck, and I hired 2 foreigners. I hired 2 foreigners. I hired some local fellas, but it's giving me too much. Man, look at me working all this time, and you only charging this little piece of money, man. I gotta. Hey. I didn't feed you twice this morning. Yeah, but that's only little grits. That ain't nothing to talk about. This is big row. I work in cutting grass with you. I ain't get paid. My pay go in the truck, go in the gas, go into this, go into that. So I finally made like $1,000, right? I made like $1,000. And the truck was giving me some problems. I mean, it was working, but you had to kind of, lift your left leg and twist it this way and hold this cable and do that for it to start, all kind of weird things. So I tried to fix this old truck. I put $1,000 in the truck, tune it up, fix it up, this, that, boom, 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 in the engine, all these things like that. Now, I got my fellas. We come from 8 Mile Rock. I drop them in Freeport. We driving. And I praying. Because I was a praying man, right? We driving and I pray. Now, you ain't hearing me, but I pray. And I say, Lord, I didn't know this where you wanted me to be. I thought I would have been in the corporate area. I thought I've been working in this and that and all these things like that. I say, well, when you want me, I'll be right here cutting grass. And I can do it with clarity, and I can do it with a level of pride as unto you, Father. And I pray it. As soon as I say that, bam, the whole piston burst out the side of the block. This truck, I just put $1,000 in. The $1,000 I did not have, but I thought this was business. Yeah, because I got at least about 15 customers at this particular point. I'm cutting grass all day, right? The piston burst out the side of the engine block. Boof! You could see it hanging out. I say, what? The moment I said that, this happened to me maybe 4 times in my life. Every time I say, okay, God, I'll be here when you want me. Boom! Something happened every time. I came to Nassau, went to the Manila Hotel. I say, all right, God, this here it is. I'll be working here. Boom! Sheraton gone. We didn't even know that sale was going to happen. They sell it right off the top. Boom. I say, okay. Well, the Mexicans come in and yo puedo hablar español. Entonces, el personas, pero dame ayudar. Right? Okay. I can speak Spanish, so these Mexicans should give me a job. One of the first people they fire was me. And the woman said, okay, Howard, I want to tell you thank you. I want to giving you this for the time that you have been working with us. And we're going to take good care of you. And she passed me this thing, right? So I said, ma'am, what are you doing? So she said, this is a letter. We decided to go in a different ways. So I look at the letter. The letter said, your position has become redundant as a front office manager. So I said, ma'am. I said, who are you? She said, she told me her name, right? I remember her name, but I wouldn't say it. She told me her name. So I said, okay. And why are you in a human resource capacity? I said, didn't you tell the Ministry of Labor that you came here to work in a finance capacity? I said, this is peculiar. Okay? I said, and secondly, who wrote this letter? She said, but it's the letter. This, first time I ever talked to this woman, I saw her around, but I never talked to her because they never used to engage. They were more observational and given strong scrutiny as to who shouldn't be there. That's what they was doing. And anyone who worked at the hotel during this time could tell you that they used to go in the parking lot. This is when we had the disc on our thing. When we had the disc. You remember the little disc? You remember the, you would have it on your windshield. Okay, the decal. And she said, well, the entire grouping used to be in the parking lot reading and then judging your car, right? This is when you have the poor man running the land. This is the mindset that is associated with these things. It's very superficial and stupid. But nonetheless, this is what they did, right? And so I'm sitting here and I'm watching. Listen, they already got the executive branch. They already got the executive branch, okay? They already got that on senior management going. Now, I am a part of, not senior management, because I'm only here for a year, right? And so I'm in this kind of a position trying to figure out exactly what's what. And so I sit down and I say to her, y'all got to forgive me because I just get triggered sometimes when people do stupid things. And I don't like it. And so I was in this position. And I said, listen to me, ma'am. You came to my country to fire me, despite the fact that I'm qualified, despite the fact that I speak your language, despite the fact that I know the culture in this particular space, despite the fact that I've done this, I'm experienced in this particular capacity, and despite the fact that you know that people are saying that, you know, I'll be a good hire. I said, you're firing me. I said, you came here from Mexico, where you and 5 of your brothers and sisters used to sleep on one twin bed, small foam mattress. And every morning you wake up smelling like piss. This is what I told her. I said, because one of your brothers and sisters had a bladder problem. I don't know this woman. I just had to say this because this would come in my heart and my mind. And the heart is deceitful above all, right? So this is what I tell the woman, right? I said, you wake up smelling like piss every morning. because one of your brothers and sisters had an issue. And you pray to God that one day you could get out to find a way to help your family. I said, while you was in Mexico looking to get out, I was in the Bahamas. And I moved from Grand Bahama to Nassau in the Bahamas to take care of my family. And you seek to fire me. I said, plus, all of y'all are dumb. I said, how can you make the front office, and I passed the letter, I said, how can you make the front office manager's position, a staple anchored position in the hotel, redundant? This is stupid, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I passed the letter, and I promise you from here to Jesus, I came to work the next day. 29 days more after that, I was coming to work. Every day. And they paid me. I came to work for 1 full month after I had that interactions with the woman. And Tilly, Andrew Tilly. Andrew Tilly, white guy, very arrogant, knew nothing about culture. He knew the culture of what existed within the Malia brand or what they needed from him. And so this kind of a totalitarian iron fist concept is how he sought to rule. But very arrogant, very silly. We were in a meeting one day. This is the first time I knew it was a problem. We were in a meeting one day and he said, how can we kick up revenue, right? And so I'm like the youngest person in this meeting. All the managers around, they have tenure here. And no one says anything. You know, these black people can sit down and say nothing. When a white man show up, they say, we're not going to say anything. Yeah. I don't want to be seen as the Negro that speaks, right? So he said, oh, well, we're going to have to be able to increase the prices on the pool cards, right? Listen, this was residual income. This was money that this was gravy for the hotel. Let me tell you why. Because the hotel doesn't own the beach. But we could have gotten away if we provide you an opportunity for a day pass. This is what it used to call. The day pass gave you access to a towel and essentially a beach chair. All right? $25 we charge you for a towel and a beach chair. That was gravy for us. That was just gravy. We didn't have to do nothing for that. People used to come from the ship and all over the place, and they would come to the hotel and pay $25 for a day pass. That was good money. We was making thousands of dollars a day just off the day pass. He says, let's increase the rate for the day pass. Let's make it $125. I said, what the hell are you talking about? Right? So I didn't mean to say that like that. I didn't mean to say, blur it out like that. But this is a stupid thing. So I said to him, I tried to fix it and make it professional. I said, well, in this culture and in this country, this is his maybe third meeting that he's had in this space. I said, well, in this culture, in this country, the hotel doesn't own the beach. I said the beach is owned by the people of the Bahamas and by the government, essentially, which is the people of the Bahamas. And what we're doing is this residual income that we're actually... I try to be professional, right? You look at me like this. You get up and you walk out the meeting. Now, you know how black people go. The first thing they can tell you is, boy, that was good. Hey, you stand up on that thing. I like that. I like that. I like that, right? So I say, well, I know I screwed now. Right? Nothing happened, right? He just, every time he see me, he would just look at me, right? Like that, right? And, I was always sharp. Got my suit on, necktie, sharp, clean, my haircut always clean, smell good. And I know my stuff. Like, I'm not here fluffing. I know my stuff, right? And so time passes, and there was an incident where Sarkis Meridian had a friend come in, and I'm just telling you the stories of how I've transitioned over time. Sarkis Meridian comes in. He had a friend come in, and the friend pulls up in a Bentley, dropped up, right? Dropped up Bentley. Now, the responsibility of the director the front office is direct. Now, they had tried to present me the front office director's job. They say, Howard, you should get this job. You should take this job. And I didn't necessarily want to take it because I really wanted to know the culture of the space and the people. And so I did a lot of that within. That was the principle that I've always learned in the hotel. Internal customer service is paramount, right? I don't need seniority. I just need relationship to get things done. So if I call you and I'm not even there, you can get it done for me because you know, you trust me, I trust you, we have this good relationship. This is how I forge my relationships. So I didn't want to take the director's position. They offered to me 3 times, right? 90 days after I came to the hotel, they offered me the director's position and I didn't take it. They kept offering it to me and they hired somebody else. And hiring somebody else, her responsibility, which she didn't know. She just didn't know. She didn't know. Not in a bad way. Like, yeah, she was a worker bee. Never had an opportunity to be able to be in this particular capacity. And I like her. I don't have no problem with her. It's just that she did not know. She just didn't know. To ascend to a position of directors, you have to be polished. You have to know some stuff. She did not know. Right? And the prior director was moving to an executive capacity, which is my very good friend. I ain't seen him in a little while. I hope he's well, right? He was moving to an executive capacity, but he knew that I would support this lady who he hired. So I guess he was confident enough to know that, you know, she can be okay. And the former director said, Howard, we thought you would take that job because she moved over to human resources. I said, you know, I wasn't necessarily prepared for it just yet. I needed to know more of the culture that existed in this space. Okay. Sarkis' Marillion friends comes in, drop top Bentley, walks right out. We have 150, 200 people in the lobby now. 150, 200 people in the lobby now. And the director hasn't created a space to ensure, and I didn't do this. I'm not going to do this. They don't pay me to do this. I was just getting the basic pay. Praise Jesus. And they don't never pay me overtime, or they just pay me in days in lieu. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So if I work overtime, that goes and say, okay, how would we have a day for you? Man, I had 3, 4, 5 weeks, days in lieu. Because I would work overtime all the time, you know, just making sure everything was taken care of. All right. And so they were supposed to send an email. Anytime an executive person comes in, anytime VVIP or whatever comes into the hotel, you have the responsibility of being able to send this and disseminate this information. The board meets or the executives meet and say these persons are coming out. Their responsibility is to give that information to the director. The director now disseminates that to his or her departments or managers and supervisors, so forth and so on. Our director did not do that. If it was me, you know, I print the man picture, put him in the back there, right on the side where you come to look at your roster, right there. That's what it is. A bulletin board right inside of your roster. You'll be able to see the man face. This is when he come in. This is when boom, boom. This is the room. This is this. We'd already know all this stuff. I was working in the front office and dealing with, as a manager, and dealing with, there's 200 people was in the lobby. And this guy walks in. Hey, where's my keys? Where's your keys? Now, we used to have any VIPs, any platinum persons, any preferred guest at a particular space. So everything would be taken care of for them already, right? But if I don't know that you're coming, I can't prepare nothing for you. If I don't know where you are, if I don't know where you're coming, I can't prepare nothing for you. So the man walk inside and say, hey, where's my keys? Bentley outside. Everybody looking at him like, what the hell is this? We don't, you know, he ain't saying nothing. He just, you know. And so all of my, because I'm managing over the bellman too. So front office, I'm a front office manager, not just front desk, front office. So the entire front of the hotel, this is my management space, right? And there's a director over me, but this is my management space. So all of my guys looking at me like, Mr. Grant, what's going on? I say, I don't know who this guy is. And so I try to be able to do some digging, boom, 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 boom. I called my girl, Karen. All right. Shouts out to Karen. Karen, what's up, baby? Right. I called my girl Karen downstairs in housekeeping. We run to the room. I check all the top of the frames, make sure the frames ain't dirty, pick up all the things, make sure everything is done. Boom, 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 boom. We accommodate this man like this. He complains to Soccer. Soccer's being able to be who he is, right? Because they don't know the culture. They just know this kind of. I've always identified them as wolves. Right? They this predatory concept and idea that seeks to be able to find themselves in an environment and show their dominance. They don't care about being able to learn the culture and to fortify certain things and be able to correct certain, conditionings. They don't. No. You're fired, right? And that's, I guess, that is the separation that exists between cultures, because anytime you see that there is a white figurehead that has been separate and apart and knows only this capitalism and this concept and idea of how business should be. And then there's a body who forge relationships, right? And has community, and they work well together. And so this is an ecosystem, how things, this dominance comes in and say, okay, you gone. And so they cut the chain. This is what they do. Whatever links existed here in this ecosystem, they cut those chains because they don't care about that. They don't care about that. They care about money. Okay. So this happened. Listen, the director didn't know what the hell was happening. I had to say, oh, calm down. This is how they do this. Go get this thing done. She don't know who to call. She running up and down. She got her head shaking. She doing all these things. And then the people, after he complained, write me up. I never get right up in my life. I've been working in a hotel for years. I never get right up in my life. I only have plaques. Sir, I only get plaques here. I get credit cards to show how I've performed and what I would have done for the years that I've been working here. All of a sudden, today, I get right up and I read the thing. I say, what the hell is this? Now, if my director, if she had any integrity or any understanding, because I tell you, she was an employee, so she didn't understand her position. None of us needed to get right up. How they get right up the freaking director? They write up the director. And then they write me up. She ain't write me up. They write me up and they write her up. And I write back. I say, this is a gross, what did I say? This is discipline without explanation is abuse. This is what I write. That's what I wrote. I said, this is an abused position because I did everything I was supposed to, and there are persons in strategic positions whose responsibility it is to boom, 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 boom. And so I appealed this thing. And so as a result of me appealing this, they then put a target on my back. Yeah, I've always been boisterous in these things. Yeah. They write me up. I write Shane Gibson. What? I write everybody. I was sending letters. I must get 30 letters. I send letters out to show the incompetence, the gross incompetence that exists in these particular places and these persons with the desire to be able to do this, and this, and you need to be able to check. At this time, Soccer's, in his particular capacity, he had a pack of persons that came from wherever the hell they came from. They have these people with white eyes and stuff like that. They look like damn wolves, right? White eyes, and it's just like, came in and just swooped in, and they were dissecting everything from the union. The union couldn't even come in a hotel. Ask Nicole them. They used to be outside on the lawn. All these things happen. And I found myself in this kind of position where I say, oh, Jesus, what can happen now? Boom. Next thing you know, I was out of a job. I talks too damn much. That's my grandma says sometimes. She said, Romado. She didn't call me Howard. It's Romado. My daddy's Howard, and he brought me home. So she said, Romado, you talks too damn much. I didn't know. Gone. And I could tell you stories like this all day that happened when I was involved and was a part of these particular systems. And the most recent one that you know of is Guardian. But this has always been me. When I see injustice, I speak up. Yeah, because I pride myself in this sort of an idea of being able to be professional and continuing to kind of develop that professionalism. I pride myself. I pride myself in the idea, especially culturally, of being able to understand the culture of who we are as a people. And when I see any predatory position and persons seeking to infringe upon that and shift it for the purposes of capitalism, for the purposes that goes contrary to the traditions and the standards that exist in this space, I say something. I see something, I say something. And I get fired. But I'm grateful. Yeah, I'm grateful. I want to tell you that this is the first time that I've lost a job. That I am mind blown. Every single job that I lost was in preparation to be able to step into a particular space. I didn't say that I've arrived at that space, but I know I could feel the ascension. I could feel the tears. And the beauty of this is that as there is turmoil on this particular level, as there's tribulation that exists on this particular level, when there is separation on that level, the experiences, the education, the understanding doesn't leave you. And if you're sharp, you can sit down and cry forever about it and start drinking rum and start saying, oh God, oh God, oh God. Or you can take this and develop something and move to the next level. There's levels to this. I'm excited to tell you these kind of stories, and I feel the necessity to be able to kind of encourage you with the fact that of my tribulation, to let you know that we ain't dead, baby. We ain't dead. Not yet. We ain't dead. We still here. Be ye encouraged in the Lord, in faith, and a very clear understanding that we ain't dead yet. Don't worry about that. Dead man can't tell no tale. He can't cook no food. He can't do a damn thing. He's dead. Now, every one of us can get our chance. But you ain't got to rush to that chance. Take your time. Sit back. Do meditation. Go over your life. Do breathing. Just sit down. Go in prayer. This is what I could be able to encourage you. Yesterday was an amazing day. Yesterday was an amazing day. Hold on, Sparky. Sparky. I had you blocked. I never fixed it. Let me fix it right now. Because you didn't cuss me out 6,000 times. Sparky called me and cussed me. Now, Sparky, when you call me, don't you cuss on these people thing, not because this ain't Erica. I don't want no cussing on my show, right? Hold on. Let me fix this, Sparky. Ladies and gentlemen, Sparky's been trying to call me. That's what he says. For a while. Now, Sparky, take no offense to this. It was only based upon the stuff that you were sending me, not because of the conversations that you and I had. I told you that my children have my phone all the time. And so hopefully you're not offended by that. But let me see. Thanks for calling Foundation. This is the Foundation. Go ahead. Hey.
Good morning, my good buddy.
What's up, Sparky?
I do understand the reason you had me blocked. Very clearly. I tried many times calling you from my cell phone. I know that one was blocked. You know I have you in WhatsApp. You know I have you in our group called The Master's Best.
I'm in that
And you
group.
got me blocked there. I tried calling you from the home phone. I keep getting the same recording. Hello, Howard. Call me Howard. Okay, I got everything. Now, the way I got contact with you is Graham Rutherford, being a good white brother from in the East. He says, Sparky, I got to get you two guys hook up. Because you remember, they blocked me from Guardian also
Okay.
before they got rid of you.
Okay.
I'm going to take a moment. I'm not going to cuss Howard.
Okay,
All due
praise
respect
God. Go
to my
ahead.
beautiful Damon Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
I appreciate you,
People.
Sparky. Go ahead.
I was lied about where a female lady on Guardian said that I posted a picture of her nude with another woman. And a guest host said, yeah, he saw the video too. I said to this person, how could I possibly post a picture of you tonight with another woman unless I was in the bedroom taking the video?
Jesus, this is Sparky. I remember
Hey,
you
Howard.
telling I remember you telling me the story, Sparky. Okay.
Hold on, listen to this. Unless I was in the bedroom video in it, how can I send it out unless somebody send something to me? And then I say, okay, you send me a copy to prove to me that it's me. And then I call her a son of you know what for lying about me on Guardian. Then she took the information to Dwight, and Dwight instructed the producers to block me whenever I call. To this day, I am still blocked from calling Guardian. But C. Allen and Popper and Anquan and Pumpkin Eater, they could call every talk show all day and talk the most you-know-what all day, and included 52, and nobody blocks them. They could call back on a show 3-4 times, then call the next show. Nobody blocked them. When I tried to call Guardian, the man used to tell me, Sparky, you already called the other show. You can't call this one too. But Howard, the story is I was the original chronic caller in 1974 when talk shows started. We started up on channel ZNF, 10 o'clock, Pipesville Forms and Steve McKinney on Monday nights called Speak Up. Before Jones was even open in 1994, we had talk show going on. I've been blocked by Darrell Miller, blocked by everybody else, but brought back on. But to this day, I even went to Oika, and I told them the story I told you, and I'm telling the Bahamian people right now. Oika told me we have no control to tell Dwight and the management of Guardian who to let talk their show because it's a private station. I say, I understand that. But I am a Bahamian citizen, and that's a public radio, and I should have the right, I have the constitutional right of freedom of speech. Now, if I cuss somebody, that's against the rule.
But the
I
woman say
never
you cuss
use
her.
obscene language on nobody talk show
You
yet.
say you call her
I would
SOB,
do it on my personal WhatsApp.
and you just said the woman say you call her SOB.
No, I said I talked to that in her ears, though.
Oh, you told her that person. Okay, it was
I
one on
told her
one.
that personally. I didn't tell her that over the show. I said that into her ears. And then a couple of months later, I called back to Guardian, and I called in. And the producer named Wally said, I am not going to let you in on any of these shows. And then I called Wally, you know, son of a what? I told Wally,
Oh, so this is
meet
your
me
signature.
somewhere in a bar. I will buy the bartender a drink. I'll buy you a drink. And as men, we can thrash it out. We can either fight it out or this. But you
Sparky,
don't
how
have
you gonna
no
fight
right
with the
to
walker?
stop me.
Sparky,
Huh?
how you gonna fight with the walker? You got the walker. You walking with that.
That walker is only to keep me up, but I can throw the first blow. That's all I need. It's the first blow.
Sparky.
The next blow, Howard, as big as you is, the next blow, you will be hitting the ground, not me.
Okay, all right, Sparky. I'm
But
gonna
I
fight
want to
you,
say I
Sparky.
love you, buddy. I admire your fight. We cannot die. I'm 74 years old. I retired. I living off a pension.
How your heart
I'm
doing?
doing my gardening. I'm doing my farm. I'm having my WhatsApp friends.
How your
I'm
heart?
having my Guinness.
How,
and I'm cooking
hold on,
myself a
Sparky.
bowl.
Hold on, Sparky.
Ah,
You told me last time we spoke that you had heart condition. You had to go to doctor's hands, right?
I still go there.
All right. So, but you're still drinking
Howard-
your little
Howard-
stitchy. Still drinking your Guinness?
Howard, listen, but see, you know, Howard, I'm an open book. I like Christ. I ain't carrying no secret to the grave. Miles Monroe say too much of us carrying secret to the grave. Once you get to the grave, it can be a secret anyway. So say what you got to say while you're
Miles
alive.
Monroe say too much of us carrying talent to the grave, not secret.
I'm
Go ahead.
secret.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm secret. To see what I have to say is when I went to Dr. Sands, Dr. Nigel Lewis, the dentist, Dr. Basil Sands, the veterinarian, all my doctors I've been to, from toe doctor, head. Look here. I told my girlfriend, I said, look here. I done check out my whole body, but now I need to go to Dr. David Allen. Got to check my head out too. Dr. David Allen says, Sparky, you ain't crazy, but you're headed in that direction. Howard, I said, I went to Dr. Sands. He said, look here, you got a generic heart problem. You're pumping out 35% of your blood. You should be pumping out 100. The first thing he said is, I'm not saying stop the Guinness, just don't drink 12 a day. So I drink 6.
Jesus.
You still there?
So you just trying to get your heart to half. If you could get to 50%, we good. This is what you said.
I live in with the 50%.
My God.
Instead of 100% of Guinness, I want 50% regimen.
Yeah, but you got to cut that down.
Well, and then what else do I home by myself? Play with the dogs?
And you just say
And
your
then Howard, what I
girlfriend
do
now.
is, and Howard, I can tell you openly, tell the police and the CID, you're wasting your time to come to Sparky House. Because sometimes I can send you an old video with me down in Jamaica where I smoke my ganja. It's legal down there. So I send you a picture with me standing between 2 policemen with gun smoking a bomber in Jamaica.
Oh, Jesus, Sparky.
When I reach Montego Bay, I got a special driver pick me up, take me right to the marijuana farm, where I walk among the marijuana trees, pick a bud, roll a joint, and smoke. Nobody do me nothing.
You don't bother with
Then
that
I
no
go
more.
9 miles to where they bury Bob Marley, honor the brother's grave. I go to Dunn's River Falls. I go to Kingston. I go to Blue Mountain. I go all over Jamaica where the hero is. Was born, who went to America and became a popular man. I forget his name.
I can't remember what
The
you
black guy who went to America and became popular.
I don't know. Who it is.
You know him and they call his name. I forget his name, man. He's a black African. He's a Jamaican that went to America and became popular. He even came over here to visit the lawyer that we celebrate Labor Day.
I can't remember. If I remember, I'll say.
He came to where the lawyer, the man who we changed Labor Day name to. He came to visit him in the Bahamas too. I'm forgetting his name right now. But what I'm saying is it's legal over there. I don't know why Simeon Hall them say we need to be medical marijuana. Marijuana is a plant grown just like Lipton tea, and it's good for the soul and the mind. That's why Bob Marley smoked it. And you see,
Bob Marley
you got
died
a problem
from
with Bob
cancer.
Marley smoking it, but he's one of the richest doggone black Jamaican ever walked the face of the earth.
Bob Marley died from cancer, sir.
I know. My doctor, Dr. Philip Wellington Slimy Thompson, could have saved his life. He had cancer in the toe. He liked to play soccer.
Marcus.
Slimy Thompson
Somebody
said,
text me
"Bob."
just now and say Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey?
Marcus Garvey, you got
Okay,
it.
good. Okay, good. Okay,
I've been to Marcus Garvey house where he was born in the hills in Jamaica.
good. Okay, good.
I've been to their places.
Okay.
Slimy Thompson, look here. Slimy Thompson told Bob Marley, look here, I could cut your foot off below the knee. You could get a false leg, and you could still be on stage for the rest of your life playing guitar. Bob Marley was scared of the amputation, so he let the cancer go through his body, and they had no thing. But
Did
they
it
sent him
start?
off
Did
to
it start on
Germany.
his foot or did it start in his head?
It started in his feet. It ended up in his brain.
Okay.
You could go to Bob Marley house in Kingston, where he also had his studio, where they turned it into a museum, where you could see the bullet holes in the wall and the bullet hole that came through the thing that hit Slimy, hit Bob Marley. A Bahamian doctor, Dr. Philip Wellington Slimy, who was down in Jamaica studying, was the one that moved the bullet from Bob Marley to save his life. Slimy also moved the bullet that hit Rita Marley in her head. Slimy said the bullet reached her skull but didn't go through. You know why? Her dreadlocks were so thick that the distance the bullet traveled, it stopped right in her damn dreadlocks.
Wow.
And it was touching.
Sparky. Hold on. Call back, Sparky. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Sparky. If you don't know him, you know him now. Right? He's going to tell you all of his business. And we're going to continue to be able to have this great conversation. Let me see if I can be able to take this commercial break and be right back after this.
You done spend all your money, take her out on a date. She said, give her a call round 7:45. When you dial her number, ring-a-ling-a-ling. She knows it's you, but she just let it ring. Boy, you get swing, you get swing. You got no thing, 'cause you get swing, you get swing, you get swing. You get no thing, 'cause you get swing. Hey! You get engaged from 73, but he said he want know what he getting before he married. You still single in 2003, 'cause he said why buy the car when you can get the milk free? Girl, you get swing, you get swing, you get swing, you got no ring, you get swing, you get swing, you get swing, you get swing, you got no ring, you done get swing, swing. Come again. Hit me. I like that. Come again. Yeah. You come from work and meet the door locked. Peep through the window, you see man shoes and socks. Knock on the front door, run round the back. But all you hear is when the bush crack, or you get swing, you get swing, no big thing. You get swing, you get swing, you get swing, ain't no big thing. Just get swing. Oh! Swing, 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 swing. You get swing, you get swing, no big thing. You get swing, you get swing, you get swing, no big thing. Just get swing. It doesn't look like you don't smile the way you do. Your eyes are brown and the baby eye blue. You help them plant the seed, you help them grind the corn. But when the bread done baked, they ain't won't give you none. Boy, you get swing, you get swing, no big thing. But you get swing, you get swing, you get swing, ain't no big thing. Just get swing. Come on. Don't get swing, don't get swing, no big thing. But you get swing, you get swing, you get swing, you get swing. You're the universe. And I'm from the way. Rock it, rock. Get up, Constantine, let's go, bro. Break and scrape. Break and scrape. That's mama's remedy for all the body ache. She just can't sit around.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. That space right there is for you to be able to drop your advertisements, and don't be afraid. It may be a non-traditional concept, an idea. You don't think that this is something that you can do, but we are confident. We are faithful that we're going to get significant eyes, especially as we get deeper and deeper into the political season. I'm going to keep this. There's a lot of persons calling me and asking me, Howard, you can here, you can there, you can do this, you can do that. Yeah, there are some things that we're considering. But the one thing that is a constant is that we will retain the foundation. All right. So the foundation will be with us 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock daily, as long as we can be able to do this. OK, so we will do this for you and bring this to you on a day-to-day basis, no matter what's happening from an external standpoint. You may see me in different spaces in the evening. You may see me in different spaces in the morning. Who knows? Right. You're going to see my newspaper come out. You're going to see all these particular things happen. But you're going to see us retain the foundation. We're hoping that we could kind of be able to forge this camaraderie, forge this relationship, forge the strength between us, with a very clear understanding that I need you and your support to be able to keep these particular things alive, right? Politicians are already then calling me, Howard, congratulations, right? I gotta laugh because I sent out all kind of letters to everybody, right? I sent out these letters to everybody. I want them to, check me out, right? I say, hey, you're going to be doing this. You want to do some advertisements with me, blah, blah, blah. If you're considering, just send me one of your little 30-second something for your constituency, blah, 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 blah. No one responds. No one responds. Zero. I sent it to everybody. Right? I didn't get no response. Right? And any response I get, it was one of those kind of, yeah, man, we're checking and trying to be able to, because no one knows what the show can be. No one knows if I hold my telephone in my hand. No one knows if there's going to be nothing but snow in this. No one knows the presentation. No one wants to be able to tether their product to something that doesn't seem polished. It doesn't have the kind of the oomph that they're looking for. No one wants to do this. No one. And so as a result of that, we find ourselves in this position where now you can see with consistency strength in our position. I think a call is coming through. Let's see if we can get that. You're on the live with us. You're on with us live here at the foundation. Go ahead.
A pleasant good evening again, Howard. This is Sparky. I guess we got disconnected.
Yes, sorry, but that's
maybe I ran my mouth too long.
Okay.
But you know, Howard. But you know, Howard, it's a very scary place, like I said, being 74 years old and watch my country go backward 52 years instead of forward. Mm. We actually went backward. We were moving forward hastily when Finland then started. But somehow they dropped the ball and the cronies and the foreigners took over. I know I might make a lot of people angry who are visiting our country illegally. But we were warned by Loftus Roker years ago, when I was a young boy, that this was going to happen. We even remember one time when Lady Finland asked Loftus Roker, the Minister of Immigration, why he sent her Haitian back, like she had a Haitian, like she ran a plantation. Mr. Roker said, I didn't know you had a Haitian, ma'am. If I sent the man back here because he was here illegally. Ms. Finland said, would you like me to call my husband and tell him what you said? He said, yes, ma'am, do what you have to do. Mm-hmm. The next month he was fired.
What let this happen?
And what happened, Howard? We are in the dilemma we are in now, where they come in here by the droves and they say there's more of them here than us.
That's heavy.
And they're building shanty towns And Bahamians can't build a wall without a permit. But they could build 27 shanty towns in the southern area of New Providence. The rich and the elite, they have the northern area from Yamacraw straight to Life Key, all the marinas and all the beautiful beaches. The rich and the elite Bahamian blacks, they have them. The Cable Beaches, the Love Beaches, the Old Fort Bay, the Life Keys, they have the northern side where the Atlantic Ocean is and the beaches are. The Haitians and all the rest, the illegal people, they have the shanty towns in the south side. And the Bahamian blacks are caught up in the middle with all the bad roads and all the bad management and everything. And we can't do nothing about it other than every 5 years when they come and they say they want us to vote them in the House Assembly. And whether we put PLP, FNP, or UBP, DOI, whoever it is, they say they're going to represent us to the House Assembly, then they turn around, put on their suits, bang on the table and say they're representing the Queen and the King. Mm-hmm. The Queen and the King, heirs and successors. Mm-hmm. The Bishop of the Catholic Church, he honors the Pope of Rome. The Bishop of the Anglican Church, he honors the Archbishop of Canterbury. The Seventh Adventists, they got their Pope, their leaders. The Church of God got their bishops. Everybody got leaders that they answer to. But the Bahamian people, all we do is take our taxes and pay bills to survive. One time we partied and we had all kind of nightclubs and all kind of entertainment in this Bahamas. Now the Bahamian people are on Wolf Road at Great Commission Ministries begging every morning for corned beef and white rice, while the Haitians are taking all the jobs and sending money back to bring their families here. And not a Christ soul who leadership in this Bahamas is doing anything about it. And if Sparky or you or anybody say anything about it, we are the one that get victimized. It is not fair, Howard, how the Bahamian people are being treated, especially the Bahamian blacks. Chinese taking over every corner with liquor stores. On Blue Hill Road, they have a liquor store right across the road from Yellow Elder Primary School. You can walk right across the zebra crossing right to the Chinese liquor store, where the women come in there with the little child in uniform to buy Chinese dinner for the child and collect for the mother. The woman standing up, a tree lick in her hand, and the little girl in the Yellow Elder uniform standing up in the bar with all kind of men cussing and carrying on. And the Bahamian black woman got the little child in the bar.
Well, she don't know better than to carry the child in the bar. She don't know better than to carry the child in the bar.
My Guinness. I was in there buying my Guinness. And the little girl in uniform standing on the side of me. And the woman got trickle lick in the hand, trickle lick. And the men in there cussing and watching TV in the bar. And the Chinese there.
Yeah, but Sparky,
that's against the law.
You can't blame the fact that these law-abiding citizens who have license to operate in these particular capacities are getting business. That's a different conversation than the integrity and the position of family that we haven't. You don't think that woman should know don't carry a child in the bar? You don't think the woman should know that if I spinning down there by Sabas Place or by Flowers or wherever the hell they spin, that the baby shouldn't be stuck in the car for 3 hours? You don't think they should know better than that?
You don't think maybe the mother took her to the bar?
The mother
maybe her mother used to take her to the bar, so she figured that's the place to be. Yeah, but not only that, it's against the law for a bar to be next to a school or a church.
Sparky, one day or the seven, you got to learn.
That's supposed to be the law of the land. Go through the corner by where Glennis Hanna Martin headquarters is. Across from Glennis Martin headquarters is a number house. Right down the road and behind, in front of the number house is a primary school.
The little pink school.
The number house is right across the road from the primary school and within from 50 feet from Glennis Hanna headquarters in Angliston. That's against the law. And she's a lawyer.
Somebody text me just now, Sparky. They say he's saying all that, but ask him where he's buying his Guinness from. The Chinese, but he on the show complaining about Chinese and Haitians. And you buying all your Guinness and everything from them. Talk to me. There's some people just text me this, Sparky. I ain't any business. I tell you what they tell me to tell you. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something, Howard. You know why I go to Chinese to buy the Guinness? The Chinese sell the Guinness for $2.75. When I go to the Bahamian bar, it's $5.
But support local Bahamians. They can need that extra $2.25.
But why? I'm a retired man. Why should I spend $5 for Guinness when I can buy it for $2.75?
Because you're
I'm
helping
retired.
Bahamians.
I try to save my money too.
You helping Bahamians. You helping Bahamians.
I helping the Bahamians. I helping the Bahamians to get myself broke. I can get 2 Guinness to the Chinese. I get 1 to the Bahamian. I want my Guinness.
I hear what you say.
Howard. Self-preservation is the first law of God's nature.
But that's why the same reason why the people is Haitians, they have no hard time when they say, yes, daddy, I do that, bang, and they get it done. And you say, look here, take this $150, okay, and they come back. Not Bahamians. They want you to
Howard.
feed them 3 times before they cut your grass. They say, Jesus Christ, it's hot out here. They come to me, sit down in their house for a little while. Sir, cut the grass. They cut your grass,
Howard.
leave all the grass outside. No, man.
How would I go on this one? There's a particular Haitian that operates in Pride Estate, and the fella got his weight permit in his pocket. He'll come down here 7:30 in the morning and weed 3 yards back and mow 3 yards between 7:30 and 4 o'clock, and then he leaves, dragging his whacker, his cutlass, his rake, and his lawnmower. And every yard is $100. He leave in one day, $300.
That's good money, Sparky.
The Bahamian fellow
That's good
will
money.
charge you $200 to do your yard. The Haitian doing it for $100. And he do 3 yards. 7 days he was
So
working on Sunday.
You answering
7
all
days,
your
that's
questions. You say why the Haitians get this and why this one doing that and the Chinese and so forth and so on. And you realize affordability. Bahamian people ain't got all this
I
bunch
do
of money.
understand that. Howard, I understand that. I am not naive. I tell you, I reached 74 by being stupid. I do understand why the Haitians and the Jamaicans and all of them here, you know. My thing is come legally, though. Don't come with 100 of y'all on the rickety boat landing on South Beach, right on the beach by the Defense Force base. The fellas is landing the boat right on the beach by the Defense Force base. How you get to Haiti to South Beach and nobody see you? Let them go to Long Island. I bet you they wouldn't go to Long Island.
Sparky, bye.
They can't get no job.
Sparky, you need to stop. I appreciate your telephone
Long
call,
Island
Sparky. It's
people-
good to hear from you. I ain't lying.
Hey, Long Island people don't need you to weed their yard. Long Island people is weed their own yard and do their
No,
own
they got
farming.
the sheep and the goat that eat the grass. Now stop it. They ain't weeding no yard. They got the animals can take care of that.
When they ain't giving you no job, no way, so
No,
don't
they
make
ain't,
sense
they
going
ain't
there.
getting no job. They ain't giving no job. Don't stop there. They ain't getting no
Don't
job.
stop at Long Island. Stop any place else in the country.
And it's funny that
Go to Abaco. There's Lake Haiti and get all the way up to Bimini and Abaco.
the Haitians
Jesus,
know.
you pass the capital.
The Haitians know don't go that direction, and they don't. Sparky's good talking to you, my brother. We can talk soon. You got my number. I got you locked in, so we can talk soon.
Yeah, okay.
It's very good to talk with you, my brother. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Sparky. I'm the one and only. I know if you ever, some of you may be not familiar with talk shows, and you may not necessarily have been listening. Yeah, we can be jamming and doing some stuff. My producer's supposed to tell me whether or not TikTok can accept us. Today, he ain't tell me yet. So we should be on TikTok and going live and doing our thing in that particular space. Yeah, man, you politicians come down here. I laugh and smile because you see us looking pretty and smiling. You could see all my freckles on my nose and things like that, all these little things like that. You could see that with clarity. You could see all these things, all the little, yeah. You want to come down here and be able to present with clarity, and we're going to have a good conversation. You know that you're going to get a good conversation out of me, and we're going to present you in a professional manner, and I'd love you guys to join me. I'm just going to be straight up with you. I'd love you to join me. If you don't join me, I'm not going to fight you. I know you're going to join me other places where I go. Amen. Maybe setting up to go. Amen. But the foundation is a space for you to be able to reach your people. And we believe during this election season that we're going to see those numbers steadily increase. This is where we can have a no holds bar conversation. Our conversations are not tethered to what this kind of the fear of saying something based upon the jurisdiction, right? Who rules the jurisdiction? Yeah, whether that's the organization or whether that's IRCA. We're here and we're doing what we have to do, and we're going to do it professionally. I'm not here with a desire to be able to cuss and carry on with you. But I just want to be able to be as professional as possible and still be able to have a very good conversation, very good show. All right. So I want to see you guys there and joining us as we continue to be able to go forward and make some things, make some things happen. Right. I said, being this madman, guys, we're on YouTube and we are on Facebook at this particular time. All right. On YouTube, you can just pull up RRB242, which is Righteous Realignment Bahamas 242. And the reason I put it under that is because we're going to have different entities there. Yeah, I have to tell you this, man. I got to talk like this. There's no fear of, no. I want to do a morning show. I want to do a morning show, just like how this look. You see how this look? You see it behind me? You see all these things behind me and the setup behind me? All these things? I want to do a morning show. Just Konkole.
Hey, Howard, how you doing, man?
Welcome to the show, my brother. Everything good? What's happening with you?
I get ready for a World Cleanup Day,
September
20th of September.
September 20th.
Every year I be the country leader for Let's Do It 242 Bahamas. I host it every year. Normally, before World Cleanup Day, I will normally hit radio stations and stuff like that. But past couple of years, this was a guy the way I wanted, you know what I mean? It's like a silent blacklisted, you know what I mean? You want to go on certain radio stations and then everybody giving you, okay.
September 20th is a Saturday.
Yeah.
All right. So come to me on the 18th, which is that Thursday, if you are available. Which day are you available?
I always make myself available when it comes to World Cleanup Day. I have to start doing some promotions and stuff. I just want to be able to get involved with the environment, man,
All right. So we do about 30 minutes or so. You could come down here. I'll send you all the information I booked you just now for Thursday, September 18th. We're going to jam from 12 o'clock to about 12:30, 12:45 or so. Is that okay?
No, that's...
I hear you. You gone or are you still here? Oh, Lord. This ain't Sparky again, eh? Sparky, this you again? Sorry about that, Conklin.
Your
Go
voice
ahead.
is so powerful, right?
I appreciate you, man.
You can do more, being independent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, when I be independent, okay, like me, right? When I speak sometimes, people say, well, who you for? You for this one or that one, that one, that one? They always ask, right? I just tell them my brother's Conklin. You know what I mean? And everybody want to put you in a box. You know what I mean? If you speak about certain way, they feel like you with this particular person. No, if this person talking the truth, I with them because they talking the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And if this person talking the truth, I with them because they talking the truth.
Mm-hmm.
People want to get you in a box where they can control you. And right now, if they see Miles Monroe prophecies already upon us, they blind.
Mm-hmm.
Because the trickle-down effect is happening from North Africa right now. The trickle-down effect already did happen. Now they have their own internet system now.
Mm-hmm.
get their own harbor every day. They own container port every day.
Mhm.
You know, be the box. Be the box in the Bahamas. You know, and people like me and yourself.
Mhm.
See, I travel, and I'm privileged to a lot of information when I travel.
Mhm.
So they don't want people like me and you speaking openly and publicly about certain dates. Why? Because we speaking truth to power. And that's one of the reasons why when people call me and ask me, oh, come join up with me. Hey. My brother's Conklay. I said, hey, man,
Yeah.
that's who I am.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
and that's why I say
Conklay,
you got to be very careful.
I want you to come down on the 18th of September. We're going to have a good conversation in preparation for World Cleanup Day, which is going to be on the 20th. So I look forward to being able to see you. Like I said, you're booked, and I'll send you all the information, and I'll also send you the pin, the location of where I am, so we could jam and take it from there. How does it sound?
I sound good. Look like I have
Praise
to get 2 or 3 of my international friends to call in.
That's fine, man. That's excellent. That's excellent. We can take
Okay.
telephone calls, or we're working it out now. I don't know whether or not I can go Zoom or one of the other streaming platforms, but we're going to work it out so we can be able to have everything available for these persons and make you feel like you're on CNN. Praise Jesus, right? We can make some things happen, right?
I'm going to contact my friend on the Ukraine right now and see what she's doing. I got to have a call in on your show.
Okay.
See, I want them to understand. When I speak because I have a lot of people around who listen to me around the world, so they can afford to don't play me like I'm just a little joker, you know. But I know a lot of people, Howard.
Call your Ukrainian friends and let's be able to do something. I appreciate your telephone call, my brother. You are a good and decent man. God bless you. I'll see you next week. God spare.
You take it easy, Howard.
Okay, my brother. Guys, if you want to be a part of the conversation, I'd love you to do so. Give me a call, 323. Jesus, I need to stop saying that. Give me a call, 827-0111. 827-0111. Yeah, you gotta give me some time to get it off my system. This was a part of the repetition that I said when I was in the other space. All right, but give me a call, 827-0111. 827-0111. All right, let me take this quick break, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Gonna be right back after this.
So Cupid, you messed up this time, shooting your arrow so careless, you must be blind. You got me caught up in a love trap, and love won't love me back. Now I'm sinking deeper and deeper in this love pool. Yes, I'm sinking deeper and deeper. Got to pull myself together. Sha-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Oh-ee-oh. I fell in love the first moment I saw you. I knew that I had to have you. You look so good I couldn't let you slip away. I took you for a date just to show you a good time. Eventually you said you'll be mine. How foolish of me to believe what you say. The loving was so good I did not even see it coming. You played with my mind, now my heart is broken. Cupid, you messed up this time, shooting your arrow so careless, you must be blind. You got me caught up in a love trap, and love won't love me back. Now I'm sinking deeper and deeper in this love pool. Yes, I'm sinking deeper and deeper. Got to pull myself together now. Sha-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Oi-oi. When I come to your place, I have to be sneaky or meet a guy there that you say is your cousin. You're calling me your cousin when your friends come around, peeking through the window when somebody's knocking. Still you tell me I'm the only one you're seeing. Blinded by love, I could not see your lies. The evidence slapped me right in the face. I turned the other cheek. Oh, what a disgrace! So Cupid, you messed up this time, shooting your arrow so careless, you must be blind.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. The foundation. Yeah, grateful to be in your company. Always happy. Somebody called me the other day and says, "Boy, how would you look more happy here than you ever looked before?" I say, give God praise. Amen. Right? Give God praise. Because I'm grateful to be here, man. I'm, sometimes you get fatigued when you're working for people and you're working in these kind of a space where persons are doing. Hey, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy. It may cost me a little bit more when I got to get these haircuts and keep myself fresh and clean. Praise God, yeah. Yeah, because, I never like conjunctions. And joining me right here is my spiritual advisor. I'm so happy he dropped by, right? People can see me now. They can see me now. They know where he is now. They come to hear me, right? I'm so happy, that he dropped by. But, when I was younger, I never liked conjunctions. I was always big, right? So I didn't want to be fat and, you can't be fat and ugly. You can't be fat and dirty. You can't be, you understand? I can't hear his mic, right? You can't be in these kind of spaces. So you got to be clear when you're jamming and you're doing what you got to do, right? It's a wonderful thing to have you, my brother. Say good afternoon to the people out there.
Good afternoon, Bahamas and world. It's good to be here. I came to hail my friend, and now I'm on the platform. But it's always an honor to be with Howard Grant.
You can't just sneak in here and expect me just to you ain't gonna say nothing. You here?
But I'm grateful to be here. The Bahamas. I was talking to some American friends earlier, and I'm the more grateful to be in our country, and in the fight to make us better, and for us to stay God conscious in our development. That's so important, and I think that's what this platform is all about.
Yeah. People don't know this. Do you care if I say? I'd like to be able to tell them that what we're doing together.
Go ahead.
All right. So we've been working on some stuff. He's my vice president for Righteous Realignment Bahamas. Right. Some people are a part of what I'm doing, and until I get that money to hire them entirely. Until I get the money, they went, need a job, come this way. All right. Until I get that.
It's the ideal.
Right?
The ideal.
Some people will be working in this kind of a space. So when you read the article, you'll see realignment reporter, right? Know that these are professional people. Know that I had great time working with them. And I'm looking forward to so much things. Every time I get an opportunity, I want to be able to talk. If you go to COB, if you're trying to go to COB and they're in journalism, they want to do some stuff, you can come to me. We can be able to work it out. We could pay them, or if they want to be able to do internship or whatever the case may be, it's fine.
Have you told the people that you were motivated in this direction before you were thanked for your services in the other place?
No, I don't know if I told you all. I had a dream. I had a dream that Dwight came into the studio. This is a dream. Dwight came into the studio and he dropped his head. He sat in the chair across from me in the studio at Guardian, and he dropped his head. No one knows this. I'm going to say this. He dropped his head and he put his elbows. On his knee, and so he sat with sort of his head sunk between his legs, right, like that. And so I said, "What's up, Dwight?" Because I just finished the show. So he says, "Howard, I'm getting some issues." Right. So I say, "Issues?" So he says, "Howard, you're going to have to choose a side." In my dream. So I say, "Choose a side?" I said, "Sir, I don't choose no side. I choose the side of Jesus Christ and my wife and children. I don't choose no other side." This is what I tell him in the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He says, "Howard, you're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to choose a side." Right? So I said, "Dwight, I didn't come here to have to make a decision. I thought that's why I left where I was. I came here to be able to talk with truth and clarity." Right?
Mm-hmm.
Dream over. I got up. Went on a fast and prepared myself to kind of do some stuff, right? I licensed my company. See the license? Where the license? Oh, see the license up there. Right, pull that down here. Pull that down here. Give me that. I got up. I licensed my company. I put my license down there so you could be able to see that this says the foundation, right? So this is the foundation. This is my show, right? Mm-hmm. I registered the show. I learned a great deal from Trevor Davis, right? Sometimes things ain't registered. You got to get it registered. Register it, trademark it, put it in this kind of a position, and get it done. And as I was doing that, I simultaneously, and I don't know if I told you this, one morning I woke up right? Do we have time? Yeah, I have a little taste of time. One morning I woke up. It was a Saturday morning. My wife was cooking something. I don't know. I like little eggs and things like that. I like protein breakfast, right? So I like my little stew fish and eggs and something like that. She was cooking something for me, right? Mm-hmm. And Saturday morning, so she liked to kind of do something. I don't know. And she would beg me to go somewhere or do something with her. She always, you want some breakfast? You want some breakfast, baby? That's what you trying to butter me up for now, right?
You better don't kill your favor.
So I'm but she was cooking breakfast, so no one was in the room. The kids was out there playing. And I woke up and God downloaded this. I don't know, just listen, I was in the room for an hour and I just was typing and writing and typing and writing. And a business plan came out. It was a Saturday. A business plan, like a full-fledged business plan came out of me just typing and writing and thinking and typing and writing and developing concepts and talking into it. And I use my chat GPT, so now it's formulated and I have everything laid out, right? And Monday morning, I got a call from a lady who was a prophet, right? I can call her name, right? And every time she calls me, she's giving me like work, right? Every time she calls me, she's giving me work. And she says, I look at the phone in my truck. I look at the phone. I said, Jesus, oh God. But then I don't want to be like, I ain't answer the prophet and then Jesus hold this against me or whatever the case may be. So I look at it and I said, Jesus, every time this woman called me your prophet, she just give me work. Now, if you have work for me and Jesus talking to my truck now. I said, Jesus, if you have work for me, just give me it. I'll go and do it. I just go do what you asked me to do. So if you got something for me to do, let me just go and do it. This is what I telling Jesus. Me and Jesus riding the truck. So I said, God, I'm not answering this until she gets up. This is what I said to God. I said, she's going to have to get up and move towards the work that you tell her to do. She could call me and disseminate jobs to me and things like that. I got things to do. I got things to do. I was developing my my space for a while, right? My studio. I keep telling you, I was doing this long time. This ain't nothing new. So, as I said that, I went on the show. Came on the show, did my show, my 2-hour show, walked downstairs out of the Guardian, sitting down there, this woman I've never met. Now, she and I only knew on conversation, on talk, on the phone. And so they walked downstairs. Jenny says, Howard, this lady's here for you. So I says, hi, how are you? When I heard the voice, I knew who she was. I said, oh, Jesus. And then I hug her. And it was like an awkward hug. So she didn't know what this embrace was about. But I embraced her because Jesus sent you, girl. Jesus Christ. Jesus sent you. She said, Howard, I'm going to tell you something. God tell me to give you something outside. So I walk outside with her. She gave me $1,000. Boom. I said, what the hell is this? Right? She said, God said, you know what to do with this. So I said, no, of course I know what to do with it. Of course I know what to do with this, right? So she says, no, God says you know what to do with this, right? So she gave me $1,000, right? Then she gave me another $300 for me. And so I go home and I said, but God, if you want me to start this business, the incorporation could cost me at least $1,500, right? So the next day she comes back. I never called her. I never said anything to her other than thank you. I thought this was just a seed and she gone. So I said, God, I'll work this out from here. The next day she comes back and she gives me $700.
Ooh, wow.
And he knows the story. You see him doing this. Wow. He knows the story, right? She comes back the next day. She give me $700. She said, 5 for you. God says give you 2. 5 for the bit for whatever you're supposed to do for the mission, and God says give you 2. So I said, what the hell is going on here, right? And so she said, what you doing? I said, building my place. And then she said, okay, what you need? So I said, I need some shingles. She goes down to 21st Century. 21st Century, that's a plug for you. Come down here and make sure you
fix it.
Set your boy straight, eh? Right? 21st Century, she buys the shingles. The shingles there. They come, say, Howard, come get your shingles. They here. I go on, get the shingles, stay there. Next time I see her, she must give me $1,200 again. This woman must give me, over the course of a month, almost $4,000, right? Just purchasing things, doing this. And I never asked for nothing. I never asked her for nothing. And it was to institute the base of this foundation that we have, which is called Righteous Realignment Bahamas Limited.
I guess when we align with vision, provision shows up. That's pretty clear. Steps to the righteous are ordered by the Lord, and my goodness,
But they don't hear these kind of stories. They don't believe that God is alive. They would rather try their hand on obey man. I can't even get no amen, Jesus. They would rather try darkness before they try faith. They never tried Jesus Christ. All I did was had faith. And if he come, he come. If he don't come, he don't come. But I still have faith, and I can move forward. Praise God, amen.
Yeah. Well, something new's on the horizon, and it's like the stage.
You excited?
What? I'm very excited. Great.
I hope you like my newspaper, our newspaper, when it comes out. It's gonna be very nice.
Great anticipation.
It's gonna be very nice. It's gonna be very nice. How I know? I already see it.
I was getting very concerned, and this is nationally and globally, that there's such a huge disconnect between the 40 and above generation and this youthful generation that's coming up, like between 12 and 30. And there's so many great leaders that are being transitioned off the scene. And I'm like, well, when are you going to make this connection? And I think I'm seeing it starting to happen. And he's raising up people who are unexpected.
You think we can get distracted by that? You think we can get distracted from our individual mission and the purpose that God has called us to whilst we're watching everything else? Are you watching what's happening around the world and what's happening around our community and why persons aren't doing this and waiting for the signs and wonders to be able to show up to know, okay, now it's time to activate, whilst we should have just get up and do our part?
I think the actors who are supposed to be taking center stage, but let me say this, my concern is that many of us don't realize that we've been called to center stage. And so that is a danger of us watching around and everything, just watching things happen and be like, oh, when are things going to get better? How are we going to move past this? Not realizing that God is saying, oh, no, it's your time. It's your turn.
There's a propulsion in you.
Yeah.
There's a conviction that exists in you. Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Because before you came, I was starting to tell you how my grandmother used to say, I talks too much. She said, babe, you talk too damn much. You need to shut up sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. Even when I was a child, she would tell me, when I see something, I say something. If I see an injustice, you shouldn't be doing that. From when I was a child, right? And she said, just leave things alone, baby. And I never could. I don't know how to, right?
Right.
And there existed something in me. I don't know what it was. I knew it was something. Mm-hmm. I didn't know how to identify that. Mm-hmm. But if I had listened to the voices around me, who was influenced by the black community, who was influenced by culture, who had PTSD from slavery, generations displaced, right? Who always just say, no, baby, keep your head down. Don't say nothing, right? The mindset that came in the 60s and the 70s that says, just do your 8 and skate, which was the 8 hours. All you had to do, not contribute. Do the minimal. Mm-hmm. That's the encouragement that we get in our communities. Mm-hmm. Do the minimal just to survive. Just do the minimum. Don't never try too hard. If I listen to those voices, I'd never be me.
I think our age group owes a debt of gratitude to people like John Maxwell, Les Brown, and our own Dr. Miles Monroe, who began to talk about this notion of gifting.
Have you ever listened to Zig Ziglar?
Of Zig Ziglar as well. Of purpose. Well, those names I called, they should be indebted to Zig Ziglar because he
Zig Ziglar was
he passed the baton on to them.
I enjoyed Zig Ziglar. I had this was before like the CDs. I had
the cassettes.
The cassette tape.
Yeah.
You just open it up like a little book. This one today.
He was a master motivator. They talked to us about themes such as vision, purpose, leadership, and letting you know that there's greatness on the inside of you. You don't need anybody's permission to release this greatness. You need to believe. And I'm thankful all of those names I called, the starting point was always God, faith. Because what's in you to come forth wasn't generated by yourself. Somebody put it there. And I believe is the architect of it all, God our Father. So you acknowledge him, you give him glory, you give him honor, and you do what he has called you to do. Because there are other lies. Even as I'm thinking about the sad loss of Charlie Kirk, People had all different opinions about him. But what's coming up on my feed are the bold moments where he testified about his faith in God and how he wants to be remembered for his faith more than anything else.
Yeah.
I think it's just tremendous hearing that testimony because there are so few people who are willing to attach their greatness to their faith. I won't be that fool not to do it. I always do because I'm not ashamed.
It ain't my greatness.
Yeah.
I don't see it as my greatness. I see it as a lease from God, an opportunity that the Father has given me to be able to execute do it with strength during the time that I'm here.
Yes, sir.
And if I'm gone, I'm gone. I'm gone. I don't understand these people who want to live forever. I don't want to live here forever. You live here now. You think I will go through this kind of hell? No, I don't. I had enough of this. Right? Not that I'm trying to hurry up, get out of here, right? Yeah, let me do my mission and then go where I got to go. Praise Jesus.
That's the power of understanding purpose. There's a story told in Scripture about Hezekiah. I don't know if you know the story. Hezekiah, his time was finished. God told the prophet, go to tell him, get his affairs in order because I'm getting ready to beam him up, Scotty. And when Hezekiah gets the news, he is saddened. He starts crying. He turns his face to the wall. He's praying and reminding God of how good he has been and doing everything he says to do. And then God says, okay, this guy really wants to stay. So he tells the prophet, go back and tell him I'm going to give him 15 more years. And usually when the preacher preaches that, everybody shouts and gets excited with the fact that you can
That's
turn
the worst 15 years ever.
But then if you read on,
I want them.
It says that his extra
God.
15 years were the worst years of his life. And he produced nations that caused great devastation to the plan of God in the earth. So the idea is this: pursue God, grab a hold of your purpose, do your best to do it to the best of your ability, and when you're finished, I'll say, God, okay, I'm ready.
But I only want to hear well done.
That's it.
And you can't hear well done if your pursuit is carnal.
Yeah.
Right. Your well done is only medium rare or well done. Well done. Right. That's all. You only want steak. You only want things to stuff your carnal nature and your desire. That's all your well done is. But that ain't my desire.
Yeah. One of these times we talk about the whole notion that well done is not simply based upon I saved or I get confirmed. And
that's work. That's purpose. That's execution. That's endurance.
What have you done with your savedness?
You know, I listened to Adrian this morning, right? Adrian had a little live on. He was starting to talk about privilege in politics, right? And how persons have. I listened to Adrian stuff, right? Privilege in politics and how people ascend to a position because the idea that popularity, politics, and these particular things are happening. And so I got a telephone call coming in. Let me answer this call. Thanks so much for calling the foundation. Howard Grant, go ahead.
Howard, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, Graham?
And I want to say good afternoon to your guest.
Hey, Graham. Good to hear your voice.
You know, what's disturbing to me is like some things you said about people don't know and they should stand up and what Miles was saying. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. We now have entered a biblical generation change, but yet we are still trying to lead the country with the last generation, and technology has surpassed them, as C. Allen sometimes says, and we're going to end up failing and going backwards unless we push the young, bright minds forward. And I told you, Howard, what you're doing in the studios is I believe it's the first in the country, but I could always be wrong. But yet we won't help the next generation. One example is private sector young people have now gotten a helicopter to airlift people from the islands. Wow. Why could we have not done this 52 years ago? Helicopters were around.
No, I think they just became duty free, didn't they?
They are duty free?
Yeah, under Diagolo.
Well,
forget it.
Woo! I don't want to go down to politics.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth. The helicopters are duty free.
Howard, it's always factual.
Okay, good.
And I think snow skis were as well.
Praise God. You could slide off Mount Heron now. Mount Alvernia, you can slide down.
Snow skis are is it duty or VAT free? One of the two, right? But healthy organic food got taxed. Figure it out and make it make sense. But I just wanted to, weigh in and say that if we don't do that pivot that Miles Monroe was talking about, he said he's not going to Parliament, but he's going to put together a team. And I think all of the religious people in the country, churches, etc., Christian Council and all of it, needs to come together and put together a team to go and represent the godly values that they speak to. I try to be politically correct,
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't do that, believe me, the devil's putting his team together.
Mm-hmm.
So either you can put yours together or you can let him do what he's going to do in the country and on earth. Remember, people say the devil ain't got no power. He only has the power that God allows him to have. And if God is punishing you or allowing you to be punished, go talk to Job. Now, we don't want to go down that road of Job. So let's put together the right team and fix the Bahamas, Howard. It's so simple to do.
I like it. I'm right here with you.
Anyway,
100%.
y'all have a good day, eh?
Thank you, my brother.
Thanks.
Thank you for your telephone
Yeah,
call.
Graham.
I do appreciate that, guys. We are a few minutes out, and so if you want to be able to give us a call, please do so. 827-0111, 827-0111. And I'm hoping that you're loving the show and enjoying it and understanding that we're going to give you an organic kind of a conversation. I always appreciate that. I was telling you, I was listening to Adrian Francis this morning, right? And Adrian was just talking about the privilege in politics and how a lot of persons, and he really took Michaela to task. Michaela Barnett Ellis, right? He took her to task as it relates to being able to talk about her worth and value in terms of what she's given and developed in terms of pouring into the community and constituency before she's asked for an opportunity for representation, right? And it's really about your works. It's really about, and it goes back to what we were talking about, it's really about if we as men are gauging you by your works, right? And God is saying that your faith and belief that something good is going to happen, but it ain't only going to happen by your thoughts. It's your application. It's your works. We have to find ourselves in the position that we work. To tie into Graham's contribution, it's all about us working. That's just what this is. All this is just work.
Yeah.
All this is work. This ain't nothing to talk about. I got a next telephone call coming in. Let me get a call. Call on the line with us live. Go ahead.
Hey, Howard.
Hey, what's up, Anton?
Raider, how you doing?
I'm good, man. What's up with you?
Everything cool, man. A pleasant good afternoon. Good afternoon, Ambassador. How you doing?
Hey, all is well, Antoine. It's been a while.
All right, yeah. I listened to it the other day.
Oh, okay.
Good stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As a matter of fact, when I was on with Howard, I didn't say it, but throughout the entire show, I had this thought in the forefront and the back of my mind that, boy, the first guest on Howard's show should have been Ambassador. in order to set that godly stage and foundation on the foundation, right?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
But he's here constantly, though. He's going to be a solid theme throughout. So I'm grateful to that. Yeah.
Well, I'm happy
That's
to
you
hear
and
that.
me.
But that was the thought that was running through my mind while I was there. And so I was very happy to see shortly after that Ambassador was on the show.
Absolutely, man. He's my guy. He's my guy.
Howard.
100%.
And
He's
so,
my guy.
I just wanna encourage you, Howard, to continue the great works.
Thank you, man.
And also to stop teasing the people. If you're gonna release this information into the atmosphere, just go ahead and do it.
No. See, I thought you need to stop. You need to stop.
Hey, Howard.
Go ahead.
People know of the good tidings that is happening.
Wonderful things.
Let the people know one door was shut, but many doors and bigger doors are opening.
Bigger doors.
Come forward and let the people know of the goodness God is doing in your life.
Antoine, you gotta wait till things happen properly.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
We can't jump the
Don't be on
gun.
ledge.
We can't jump the gun.
Like, yeah, I ain't gonna say you could finish this story about what you were saying with Adrian.
Yeah.
Because it seems like a very good message. Anyway, continued blessings to both of you. And
Yes,
take
sir.
care.
Yes, sir, Antoine.
Thank you, my brother. I do appreciate your telephone call. Ladies and gentlemen, I like it, man. I like the fact that we still having a good flow of persons call in, good participation, persons calling in. I want to thank you, man. Now, if you're listening to us from overseas or whatnot, you can still call. So make sure you get to WhatsApp. You can be able to hit me up, 827-0111, 827-0111, 827-0111. You can be able to do that. Or send me a text, and we can be able to do that. All I'm saying with what Adrian was saying is that the posture that Michaela has taken and being able to cry victim, it was a wild thing. And then he gave examples of women who endured, understood the responsibility, the task, the purpose, and how they executed despite the misogyny, despite the naysayers, despite what exists in these particular spaces. If you're going to join and step into a space, more specifically like politics, you're going to have to be able to strengthen up yourself.
I said this. I did a video several years ago. I think 2 elections ago. I need to bring it back up or do another one, and not specifically about Barnett Ellis, because I didn't really watch that show live. But what I would say is this: the political stage to become a member of parliament, to become part of the cabinet, is the highest, next to ministry, spiritual ministry, is the highest level where a person is called to serve the community, to serve their nation. And so in that video, what I said was the people who should be considered for serving on the biggest platform or the biggest stage should be those who have track records of serving before they had the platform. Because political stages is something like money. They say money changes people. Money doesn't really change you. Money allows people to see who you truly are.
It amplifies in no good ways.
It amplifies who you really are. So if you're stingy broke, you'll just be a very stingy rich person.
My God, you wouldn't even know you're rich.
No.
So why is there still holes in your shoes? I get so used to walking on the ground.
Yeah, so money kind of exposes who you are. So I would say that across the board to all politicians. I think that may have been the spirit of which he was trying to.
No. Let me tell you why.
What motivated his show?
Leslie Miller take on a very strong position, and he has a particular tone that all of us has come to recognize.
Straight shooter.
And that's just Leslie Miller. I keep saying that. That's just Leslie. I mean, I know you're trying to tell Leslie not to do this no more. Leslie,
that's
over 70. This is what he can do, right?
If you come from a family with more than 3 children, there's usually one of the children who have that same kind of personality, and they get away with it because it's who they are.
I think I still want. Right? I can say what I got to say.
That's why I slowed down saying that.
I can say what I got. You can be mad, and I ain't trying to offend you.
No,
I can hug you and kiss you afterwards and tell you I love you. I mean it like that.
You know who that person is?
I mean it like that.
That's usually the child with the prophetic anointing.
Okay, praise God. That's
Chateau
Manande. That's me.
Prophets don't look for friends. Prophets tell you what they hear and then they leave.
I ain't got no time for all that, right?
Yeah.
So I looked at it. Leslie just said, "Man, this little girl talking about she wanted," and he go
political language.
Hey, this little girl, right? He said little girl, right?
Yeah, right.
Said, and so no matter what he said outside of that, the only thing that she amplified was that little girl, right?
Right.
And she came on. She's like, "I'm a 43-year-old woman.
Mm-hmm.
I have children, and I have this and I have that." And I came on to the show and I said, "It's peculiar. My father always told me that if you have to tell people you was a man,
you're them. Something wrong with them.
If you could see me,
Yeah.
and not only see me, but see my fruits, and you still calling me a little boy,
Yeah.
and I have to tell you I's a man, then something wrong with my fruits. I got to be able to fix this. I got to be able to prepare myself and present myself accordingly."
But
She didn't assess that. She didn't take it like that.
Well, in marketing, they says there's no such thing as bad publicity. So She may just be maximizing.
Yeah, but this is the only, and
the only
to Adrian's
moment.
point, this
Yeah.
is the only publicity
Yeah.
that many persons who are being introduced to her, especially in the constituency of Kalani,
Mm-hmm.
if they weren't paying attention, now they are. They're being introduced to her through the guise of her being able to play this victim.
Mm.
And you don't want that. You want to be able to reassure and fortify your position by saying, well, I hear him saying me as a little girl, but when I fed 1,500 people the other day, I don't think... You know what I'm saying?
Little girls
I
don't do
hear
that.
what he's
Right,
saying,
right,
that as a
right.
little girl, but we were able to assist with World Cleanup Day. I hear him saying that's a little girl, but we mentor little children who would have been battered. I hear him saying that I'm a little girl, but... And then you just give your track record of what you would have done.
Yeah.
But you can't...
That's one way to spin it.
That's how you do it. Because you can't deny labor. You can't
Yeah.
deny the works that I've done.
Maybe,
You know?
maybe some of our new politicians need to
They need training, man. Not just aspirant training. They need...
some local consultancy.
Hey, give me a call. 827-0111. 827-0111. No.
Opportunity.
I'm sure that I could be able to work in a consultancy capacity for persons outside of this country in terms of politics before any of these fellas called me. You know why? Yeah, because you think you know and I don't know. What you don't know is that I train people. What you don't know is that in a managerial capacity, I've learned these things over the course of time. What you don't know is I could see you. Sometimes you can't see yourself. Praise God. Guys, that's the show today. I want to thank you so much for being able to do this and jam with me. My brother, thank you for dropping by.
That was good. It was fun.
I enjoyed that.
Nice 30 minutes.
All right. Guys, thank you so much for your telephone calls. If you want to be a part of what we're doing, if you want to be able to put some advertisements in, get your stuff in there. Hey, listen, I got to tell you this business, but this is a great opportunity for you to be able to amplify your product and the eyes that's going to be able to see that. Now, when you see me go on to Facebook and I share this to 300,000 people, now you want to say something to me.
I'm getting
Stop
early.
it.
Getting early while
Come now.
Yeah.
Come now and do what you got to do. All right, guys, that's the show. Enjoy your weekend. Do so safely, with clarity, with understanding, with sobriety. And I pray that we see each other, God spare our lives, on Monday right here on The Foundation.
Where the powerful and the powerless will sit at the same table, where the haves will see the have-nots, not as burdens, but as brothers, where class will not divide us, but conviction will unite us. I have a dream that the oligarchs will remember we must all eat, that the brown-faced neo-colonialists will remember who they are and whose they are. I have a dream that fraternities will build beyond internal architecture into a national bond, that the walls of design will give way to the bridges of brotherhood, not a fraternity of symbol, but a brotherhood of substance. I have a dream that we remain focused, that we stay in our conviction and remain fearless, that we double down, fortified,